Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and I'm so excited for this one. This is another ABC deck list, but this one is a deck list. It's a deck that I've never used before, never posted on this channel before throughout all of these years that I've been, not consistently, but like just putting out deck lists throughout the formats. Boy, oh boy, do we have something spicy here, and I have a whole ideology behind the theory crap of this build. So let me just start things off by explaining what it is. Hey guys, it's me in person. Let me tell you something. I was like editing the video and I noticed that I didn't explain the way I wanted, like the theory and why I created this build. So this is a sort of a crazy story. One thing has nothing to do with the other. You understand what these things are, but they came together in my mind and I just went with it. So pay attention. It's gonna be quick. I went to the movies with my girlfriend, so we went to watch The Batman. She hates it. I love it. It was sort of a charity of her, charity act. I was very excited, and if you don't know, you probably do. And I really recommend you to watch the Nolan trilogy: Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. You must have watched it, and The Dark Knight Rises. In the first movie, they explain in the HQs or the comic books, that Batman is a bat. Its symbolism comes from the bat because it was the thing that he was most afraid of when he was a kid. He was traumatized by bats. He fell into somewhere there, and it was his trauma, his childhood trauma, and he made his biggest fear his strongest symbol of getting his things together and fighting whatever, fighting injustice. I don't know. So I thought to myself, I had like an epiphany. I thought to myself, what is ABC's greatest fear? I know one thing has nothing to do with the other, but I thought about it. ABC's greatest fear are, in my view, cards getting banished, like specifically the pieces getting banished by invocation, by ice dragon's prison, by there are so many ways, right? Sometimes you like get ogred, or not ogre, but you get kaiju'd or droplet in your buster and your letters remain banished, and you are desperate because you spend all of your resources making one tiny buster and it was easily outed. There are like Dark Ruler no more sometimes does the job if you don't open an authorized. So you can chain an authorized and then chain buster anyways. And I was like, maybe I can build a deck revolving around my greatest fear, that are my cards getting banished. And if there's like one card that helps us overcoming this fear, is Union Scramble, the trap card. Such a good card. Like it summons up to 3 Union Light Machine that are banished, and it has a graveyard effect. It's so good, like so good. And I also thought, like, what is the greatest, biggest, most game-changing hand traps of this format right here? Dimension Shifter. What does Dimension Shifter do? Banishes. So I built a deck revolving around Dimension Shifter in the main deck with Union Scramble, so I would not lose anymore to my greatest fear of ABC. And I made like a very resilient deck. It could be explosive because like once you summon ABC Buster and you have Union Scramble set on the field, you can summon them back and do so many more things. It's actually crazy what you can do. Um, like a lot of traps that are important, that are relevant, that are strong in the metagame. Dimension Shifter will buy you turns. There are several cards that will slow down the process of the game, meaning that you will be able to progress and find your pieces and find what you're looking for more easily. It's not like the games are not gonna end on turn 2, turn 3. It's gonna be more of a grindy game, and ABC really excels in the grind situations. Um, so yeah, this is my theory behind. Oh, of course, there's the Eldritch trap that banishes monsters. So nowadays there are loads of ways to screw up with us. So summing up, I went to watch the Batman. I had an epiphany. I thought to myself, what is Batman's? What is ABC's greatest fear? Great. What is its biggest weakness? And I made it become. I tried to make it become its greatest strength. So let's hop on to the deck list. I hope you like it. And sorry if I talk too much. See you in the video again. So let's go. Let's go. I mean, we have mixed sleeves in the in this deck, but I'm just gonna show you the cards, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Let's go through the deck list. I run 2A, triple B, and 2C, as well as one driver. I don't wanna see a lot of letters in the hand. I wanna see some more staples. I wanna see some more other cards, and we have like ways to find these cards later on. So I don't think we should run more than this ratio. And of course we have the 3 field spells, the 3 unauthorized, the terraforming, the set rotation, and this Dragon Ravine is the spell that I have here, the field spell that I have here, but it could be anything else. It could be Gateway of Chaos, Gateway to Chaos, because your opponent would be unable to activate his field spell. That's good. You could do it, although it's a brick, but I don't see it as a problem. And we have Mystic Mine in the main deck because we also have Metaverse. And not only that, like Mystic Mine comes in clutch sometimes to slow down the game. And Metaverse is another field spell that we add for this deck because it can afford waiting a turn. Like this deck can wait a turn or two to get its plays going. Now we're going for the spice here. We're gonna go for the purple or pink cards. 2 Trap Trick, and Trap Trick like searches off all the traps in this deck almost. Like 2 Union Scramble, main deck. I will even separate it here because you will understand why we are running essentially 4 copies of it in the main deck. 2 Torrential, 2 Ice Dragons, 2 Heavy Storm Duster. I think this is important running in the main deck because, willing or not, like sometimes you can. This will come in clutch, and if it doesn't in game 1, you can side it out. 2 Imperms, and these are basically the targets for Trap Trick. We have 3 Solemn Strike, and we have 3 Reckless Grid, also another Trap Trick target. We run it because, of course, it's a draw 2, and once you have your letters on the field, like you don't really need to draw cards anymore. And moreover, sometimes you can wait a turn, activate Reckless Grid, and just combo off. You can stall, you can stall your time, and Reckless Grid will most likely help you find what you're looking for. Now we're gonna go for the spice. So you have probably never seen an ABC deck running 3 shifters in the main deck. This is the strongest hand trap of the format. It pretty much stops, completely stops almost all of the decks available in this format. And you can go in first activated, like banishing your letters will not become a big of an issue anymore because simply you have Union Scramble in your main deck. 4 copies of it, it's enough for you to see it. You will eventually get your letters back, and it's not as if you're gonna essentially banish all of your letters on turn 2 on shifter. You can like shifter them, they're gonna pass, and you're gonna just set your board with so many traps, and then they're gonna try to do something, and you're gonna stop them, and you're gonna have your third turn. And this is gonna be crazy, This happens a lot. I've played with this deck in a lot of locals here already, and it performed great because not only this stops many decks, this deck is very, very good against Flounderies. It's almost like a free win because of all of Torrential Tribute is insane against Flounderies, Solemn Strike, the Imperms. ABC itself is good against it. Mystic Mine sometimes does the job. And it's good against other decks as well because of the traps. Torrential Tribute is insane in this format. I'm not running 3 of it, because I don't have really much space, I prefer running Mystic Mine and Metaverse because I really want to see the field spells. This is a 4-card deck, by the way. And there is a little bit of a combo that I want to show you before I go to the extra. Actually, let's go to the extra deck real quick.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. But then it's born, he's a man of means, and along comes
This Degusto Emerald. In the other video, it was the Garas. Watch the other video, by the way, if you haven't watched it already. I want to show you very quickly something. I'm gonna like pile shuffle it. Alright, well, I started things here and cut it in the video. So, this is our ideal hand here. I'm gonna show you why. We activate Hanger. Let's take, let's say, B, Buster Drake, normal C, Hanger's effect. We take Driver, Driver's effect, get another C, C's effect, summon. We make IP Masquerena. C chain B. We get A, we special A. We make Buster in defense. And oh my god, how many cards do we have in the graveyard? 0. So we activate Shifter. We set 2. One of them is like an Union Scramble if things go south. And you're good. This is it. This is impossible. This is literally impossible for your opponent to break. And like, you can play with all your traps. It's a very consistent deck. And it's an idea. And by the way, it's a budget idea. No droplets, no prosperities, no brave engine. Like, none of these crazy expensive cards. And if you're looking to play competitively without these cards, you have ways to do so. I hope I enlightened you with an idea. If you liked it, didn't like it, have questions about this build, I'll be more than happy to answer you in the comment section. Feel free to watch the other videos that I posted as well. Thank you so much. See you later, guys. Have a nice life.